everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server. It's Vorkorsigan, getting the honors of bringing the LTTB into the Hall of Fame for the first time. Congratulations on that. We're in Malinovka encounter mode, North Spawn. The least prolific Hall of Fame film producer out of all the Malinovka spawn points. Mostly because, while the other three Malinovka spawns all have good spotting locations in the beginning, this one has two kind of above average but not great, because if you go to the good concealment down here, you can't see as much. If you come up here to the ridge, you can see more, but you don't have great concealment, and a competent enemy scout can force you out of here. Now in this case, he's not facing a competent enemy scout, and he gets to sit up here a while, and he does get a decent amount of spots early on. People racking up some damage on that TD. Gone already. In this battle, there's 3 RD apiece, two TDs on the enemy team and 1 on his. Of course, the waffle's already gone, and then mostly heavies and mediums. But looks like a big battle's commencing up on the hill. A couple tanks are moving down toward the south for his team, which is good. It wouldn't surprise me to see a medium try to sneak around the south there. So they have an early 3-1 lead. Every time I come up to this position, I plant some seeds in hopes that I can get a nice bush to grow, but so far no success. Oh, big time fired, man. Carry fire extinguishers, dude. He just got 1,015 points in that T-32. Wow. He's not going to give that 50-120 a rest, because all he has to do is pull up and shoot the guy. Perfect position for it.
Target lost.
Target gained.
Target acquired. Penetration. I don't see the target.
Target dead. And he got 906 points of damage on the 50-120. 2 tanks, almost 2,000 damage already. And they have a 4-tank lead in the battle. Got that CDC down there to the right in F7 that's kind of going to prevent him from pulling forward right now. And there is a 50 mic came across the area to the south. Lots of tanks down there to deal with him, though. He shouldn't be a problem. Between the 110 up here and the CDC down here, trying to split the difference is probably not going to work at the moment. Oh, and he backed up to take a shot at the medium, and it died before he could. Now the question is the T-69 going to stay on cap, or is he going to pull forward and engage the CDC? You would think the 110 is looking to the north. That's not a good tank to mistake which direction its barrel is pointed, though. But with the IS-3 right there and the T-32 coming in, he's betting on the fact that the 110's looking north. CDC is gone, so he doesn't have to worry about anything to his right at the moment. And there's the 416, just ready to die.
Scratch them.
110 may go down swinging, but he's going down. Not too much he can do about it.
Target acquired.
And so, with the 110 dead, it's off to find the 3 Arty. He has several tanks behind him. So basically all he has to do is light him up. The LTTB has a decent gun, but he doesn't have the alpha to take these guys out right away.
Where'd they go?
So, if you're in a 2801, maybe an outside chance at a Pascucci there, but with a gun that can't one-shot the guys, no way, because there's too many tanks coming with you, which is a good thing, because all 3 of these already are right here together, so it'd be a challenge to come in and take them all out without getting shot and killed anyway.
Ready to fire.
We're just trying to get damage on them.
Armor is hit. Where'd they go?
And there we go. For the battle, 2,678 points of damage in 1 kill, 13 of 20 shooting, that's 65%. He did his real damage in this battle with his eyes, 5,822 assisted damage in 10 spots, 67,084 silver into the bank. He survived the fight and was awarded 2,518 XP. Got a scout and patrol duty medals, and then spotter, bruiser, arsonist, and fire for effect mini medals. So he ends up with 2,588 battle score. First entry into the LTTB Hall of Fame, so first place. And you get 2 basic spotting options when you start in this on this spawn. You come down here and spot using these bushes, or you pull up here and use the ridge, and you're somewhat exposed. If an enemy scout moves up here or comes to the ridge the other way, they force you to back up, and then you just hope you can play peek of view and not get hit when you pull forward to regain spots for your team. In this case, the enemy scout didn't try to counter him, and none of the mediums tried to counter him, so he was able to sit up here, keep these tanks moving north lit up, and it led to several tanks dying, him getting some shots on tanks and ending up 2,000 points of damage, almost 1,900 and some, on 2 different tanks to help his team get an early lead and definitely a damage lead. And then he kind of was in a situation where he wanted to pull forward, but the 110 was hiding up here behind the rock. CDC down here, so there's no way he's going to be able to split the difference if they're paying attention without taking major damage and probably dying. So he waited for the T-69 to come up. Centurion came up and engaged the CDC, and that let him come up, flank what turned out to be the 110 and a 416. And as they perished, he was able to move on and spot the remaining 3 artillery for his team and help take each one of those out. And he ends up with a very solid battle. Didn't have to drive very far. Basically pulled straight forward across the map. But he just was able to use what the enemy gave him and just exploit it for all it was worth, especially those first 2 tanks where he wailed on them for so much damage. Like, it really gave him a good head start because he'd already gotten a lot of spotting damage up in here. Then he got 2,000 damage from these 2 tanks, and it's like now it's just keep moving forward and being smart. Realize I can't keep going forward at the moment because of these 2 tanks. Wait for this one to die. Pull up, take these out. Bam, where's the arty? All comes down to fundamentals. Learn how to shoot, learn how to spot, and then learn your situational awareness. A lot of people would have tried, hey, I'm fast, I can cruise through here and find the arty, and it's going to force them to fire at me. And it's like, now you don't want to force them to fire at you right then because they're going to kill you, and then you've accomplished nothing. Patience. You see it a lot in Hall of Fame films. You reach a point in the battle where the reason the driver goes on to having a great mission is because he recognizes the spot where he just has to be patient and let his team take out a tank on one flank or the other so that then he can move forward and continue spotting and dealing damage. It happens a lot in battles where what you want to do, you just can't do at the moment, so you have to wait and be patient. From Malinovka Encounter Mode North Spawn. Happy hunting.